What's the best way to navigate that one?
Hmm. It's a good, well, first of all, I love the question. Where I thought you were going was just general satisfaction in jobs right now, which is also low. But as you can imagine, a big portion of that is manager and leadership, right? Because we spend a ton of time at work, and our manager influences a lot. Type of work we might get, the reviews we get, the pay increases we get, right? There's a lot of a lot in the manager's hands. So perhaps a couple of things. One is I always, especially when I work with folks on coaching on this type of topic, the first question might be, what is your objective in the role? Right? What are you trying to gain and what are you trying to contribute? In one way, that might be a literal business outcome, right? I'm just trying to do my job and do good things for the company. Another one might be, well, I'm in this job because I want to learn ABC skills so that I can get promoted or move to a different, role in the company. Let's just go with that for a second. My first question when I ask people, like, what is it that you're looking for in this role? By starting to answer the things like, oh, I want to learn these skills or get this experience that contributes to my career development. That once you start getting that clarity, the control shifts from a little bit from your manager to what can I own and influence. Not holistically. I'm not trying to be naive and to say that the manager still doesn't impact your experience, but I think it opens up some doors for you where you can kind of take the ball back in your court to run with it. So that's one way to think about it. What's my orientation in the situation, and where can I take the ball back? The second part might be also considering, let's assume there are some awful managers out there that are also just trying to do their best. So we'll go with the assume positive intent scenario. Perhaps this manager is ill equipped because they're also bogged down, or they don't have the support, or they don't have the resources. How do you lean into that and either support where they're headed, where you can provide feedback on the things that you need that helps them help you, right? What's that? There's a conversation there that I think could be really powerful between you and your manager. Now let's go down the third avenue, which is also I just have a bad manager. And there are those. One is I always offer to people there are lessons to learn, whether they're good managers or bad managers. My favorite question to ask people is, think of your best manager, what comes to your mind? Now think of your worst manager, what comes to mind? What type of leader do you want to be and what lessons do you want to take from those experiences? I share that because there's always something to learn, to take, to shape with you. That aside, how do you work through that? One, how do you garner champions in other places in the organization? Maybe you mentioned a few layers up. Maybe it's people that work next to your manager. Maybe it's just an influencer in the company. Can they help you? Two, how do you leverage maybe the folks around you, like other people on your team? How have they navigated the situation? Um, Three, how do you back to kind of like your personal contributions? How can you change it? Change your space. Maybe it's just not a fit. How are you thinking about what's next? So those might be a couple of things. So I kind of went down the full spectrum of maybe type of bad manager, where you have influence and where you can navigate. But I think you know, it's I appreciate the question because it's a tough one, and we've all been there,
Mm.
right? We all have the bad manager story. Absolutely,
Right.
it's not fun.
Yeah, yeah.